What's up, everyone? This is Dino from highschool.my, and welcome back to our podcast. You know what? New Zealand is one of the most work-life balance countries in the world, so making more and more people want to work in this country. So today, we are so excited to have Amy on our show. She's going to share about her experience on the job-seeking journey in New Zealand. Let's get started. Hello, Amy.
Hi, so my name's Amy. I am currently based in Auckland, New Zealand, and I came here to study in uni about 4 years ago, and I am currently also working as a graduate in an office here. I mainly work from home though, so I don't really go into the office as much, but yeah, that's me.
Why do you choose New Zealand out of the all Western country? Like, you can choose like UK, US, or even Australia. But why? Why New Zealand?
It's not. I know that in a lot of people's list of going to places, New Zealand's not always the first. But I think it's just because I have family here. And I've been here before when I was younger, and I think my parents just thought that it was a good place to send us here for, tertiary education. Because every time someone brings New Zealand, they always think that it's just grass and then sheep and cows and just like a really nice and peaceful place. So I guess my parents thought that it would be a really nice place to send us over here, and it's actually quite easy to get into uni here, if I have to be really honest. So I think that's also another reason why I ended up coming to New Zealand to study.
All right, so maybe you can talk about can you share with us your experience during your university life, like as in like your the university facilities, their environment, their professor, and so forth.
Okay, I think I'll say that the uni has pretty good facilities if you are doing certain degrees. Especially things like engineering, science, commerce. Those usually have a lot of students in those faculties. And they also have a lot of places for you to study, just to, whip out your laptop and just type for 4 hours. There's a lot of people in the uni just sitting around and just discussing in their little groups. They have lots of places to eat. They have a gongcha. There's always a line at the gongcha.
So only gongcha. So if we bring like tea life to go over there, is there like a business opportunity to go?
Oh my god, no, because there are so many different milk tea places in Auckland though. In Auckland, not in I'm not quite sure about Christchurch or Queenstown, but there's gongcha, there's cha time, there's ucha. I don't know, there's a lot. I can't remember right now, but there's definitely more than 5. And then there's pub, because drinking culture in New Zealand is actually very, very big. And that's how a lot of people get to know each other, especially during first year, just going out to clubs, to pubs.
Okay. So what about professor? Like, do they very nice to you or nice to those foreigner like you?
Yeah, because actually a lot of lecturers you'd be surprised because a lot of them are also not from here. I had a lecturer from China. She was probably one of my favorite ones, but they're all quite nice as long as you communicate with them, because being in uni is not quite the same as being in high school. It's not really the same as being in college, like in Sunway, I remember, but not all professors or lecturers in uni will do that because they believe in independent study. And obviously, when you're in uni, you reach a certain age where you need to learn how to be good at studying, you need to learn how to be smart with certain things. So they're nice, but you just have to be smart about the way you approach them.
I'm super sure that you have learned a lot of things from the lecturers. So can you share us about your job? Like, what is your job and what do you do in New Zealand?
My official job title is called Associate Configuration Analyst.
Okay.
It sounds very fancy, but basically what I do is I help design environments that councils use, like the softwares that councils use in New Zealand and Australia. But my job is just helping my team to build on the software that we provide for the different councils in Australasia. And it's quite dry at times, but it's very tech heavy, but it's not quite exactly like coding. It kind of goes hand in hand with coding. So it's just a lot of discussion with my team.
But eventually, you did it right. So
Yeah.
you have to acknowledge yourself as well.
Yeah.
So as an international graduate, so do you face any difficulties in getting job offer, like how you overcome, or like among all of the interviewing?
I don't quite face the same struggles because I have a permanent resident visa. I don't have to worry about, what is it, like a work visa or like some other type of visa. It's more just to do with my skills, really.
Do you mind to tell me how much they offer you?
My job,
Yeah.
it's a graduate role, so I'm only on like 1-year contract.
Okay.
It's $55,000. And also, even when I was working like part-time, I think my mom was telling me that I would earn more than a fresh graduate in Malaysia. So when I was doing that, she's like, that job, you stay there, don't come back for now because you're earning so much more there doing just retail.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're a rich girl right now, you know.
Yeah.
Sponsor me, please.
Yeah, sure, come over here.
All right, so let's talk about like the advantages and disadvantages of working permanent in New Zealand. What is your opinion?
You can earn a lot more here, but cost of living is still quite high. So at the end of the day, like it kind of balances out between like your pay and what you buy. So I say people here are quite nice. I've been lucky enough that I've had pretty decent workplaces at my past 2 jobs before I got this job. And it's a challenge, I guess, because if you're not used to the culture here, you really need to brace yourself. And it's so different from Malaysian culture that if you've never really talked to people here, you're gonna have a shock of your life. I'm not being dramatic because I do believe that's true. This is not quite disadvantage, but I feel like as a person or like as a human, you always think that the grass is always greener on the other side. So you're always like, wouldn't it be so nice if I went to Australia and can earn like twice what I'm earning right now? So I wouldn't really say that there are any like disadvantages that stick out to me. It's more just that you might get stagnant after a few years working at the same place.
So once again, thank you, Amy, the little rich girl over here. And I think I want to book a flight ticket to go New Zealand right now. As you say, you want to sponsor me the air ticket, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Amy. Okay, that's for today. Thanks again to Amy for joining us and sharing your wonderful experience with us. It is really amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Star Education Fair is coming on the 27th and 28th of August at Sunway Convention Centre. There we will have about 6 representatives from New Zealand's university to answer all of your questions. So, boys and girls, if you are planning to study abroad in New Zealand, please do not hesitate to join the Star Education Fair at Sunway Convention Centre. See you there!